Mr. Witness, for continuation matters, may I remind you that you are still under oath before I hand you over to Madam Chair. Proceed.
Good morning, Mr.
Thank you.
Council, can we proceed?
Thank you very much. Good morning.
Good morning.
And I want us to go through some of the you already exhibited. It is the exhibit number is LGC / KMC / 004, and the open date is 1st June 2018. Recall this?
Sorry, no. Each and every one of it at what date and time.
So
if it is in the file, is the truth.
Yes. So second, for debt recovery, 2nd of March 2020. Do you recall that? Establishment Appointment Committee edition 23rd of January 2020, and please February 2021. Let me just show you this file so that you will see.
I'm just reading through, please. Yes?
Yes.
I do.
But there's also another contract document for, I believe, the 28th of February 2020.
Where is that? Is it on the second one?
Yes, the 28th of February 2020. There you'll see another contract offer, same year. Is there any reason?
I don't. 6 months or yearly, it may be a mistake. Had any contract, 2 contracts overlapping each other.
So let me read to you the as debt recovery officer for a period of 1 year, effective March 1st, 2022 for the 2nd of March 2020 contract. Now the 20th Establishment and Appointment Committee's resolution dated the 23rd of January 2020 have been offered consultancy services on debt recovery for a period of 1 year, effective so both are for 1 year and they are for different recovery officer, and the other is for consultancy services.
On a simultaneous basis at KMC.
Right. You also
Rectify.
Yes, we will confirm. You also wrote a letter on the 10th of February. The Lord Mayor's office with respect to a proposal for redeployment as senior dump.
A letter to be deployed.
Yes, I see a letter addressed to the Lord Mayor's office and is proposal for redeployment as senior dump site consultant. Do you recall this?
I do not recall it, but it may happen.
It may happen. Let me again show you the letter. Yes, please go through the document.
Yes.
Do you know? Do you recall?
As it is on the letter,
Yes.
to go back to or to go to the dorm site and look after it.
Who
And
did you have this conversation with?
management team, because they have weekly senior management.
And who were present in that meeting?
I can't remember vividly, but it's the managers are around.
There. So let me read you what you said. A senior domicile consultant, that is from the senior debt collector to the Lord Mayor's office, 10th domicile. I hereby present to you the conditions in which I can possibly move to effectively manage such site, and I request the basic as listed below. And then you.
I think it has been, yes, I think,
Based on this letter.
yes.
That is the letter on the 14th of January 2020. Now, the question here is, seems to be an alteration with pen with respect to some of your demands. Because you have had a demand, let's say, for instance, a consultancy fee. Well, the alterations were there. Weekly supply of fuel. I'm not sure.
On all those ones. Yes, those are, when you make a proposal,
Yes.
you face people, they will tell you, this is too much, this is too do that. And I, as a negotiator, I negotiate everything, not, and I can do the job with that, I will do it.
All
Maybe those alterations are meant for.
In relation to you, the date is 26th of May 2021. The voucher number of dump site allowance as consultant for the second quarter as per request attached. Maintenance, that's the description. What is the amount that dump site allowance?
As you can see, I think I'm
Yes.
of the contract.
Yes.
So I'm supposed to have more conditions in that place. I will add it up.
Please repeat that part.
Anytime I am entering for C, and through that I'll make up my suggestion.
No, I asked this because for your contract on the 14th of January 2021, it says telephone allowance 15,000, dump site allowance 30,000.
That was the time of different one in another year contract,
Okay.
as everything goes up in and out every time.
Payment voucher PV 211165. The date is 26th of after a year's contractual period. So I'm not sure whether you can shed more light on that.
The only light I can set on it is not the same contract. Merits and demerits.
Okay. So what are these merits and demerits of this contract?
The time.
The time with respect to your dump site allowance of $80,000 is?
Can I?
This.
I've not seen that contract.
You have not seen that contract?
No.
But we haven't seen it in your.
Have I?
Ever been given a 6-month period contract?
I think so I was.
All the contracts we have in your file spans a period of 1 year. A contract that you have been offered that has a period of 6 months.
Hindsight, I cannot remember which one is 6 months.
All right.
And I don't have the papers on me.
Now, have you ever been of payment?
Maybe yes, but I can't remember which time.
Sir Kanye, are you entitled to gratuity?
Grant duty?
Yes.
No.
You're not entitled. On the 14th of February 2022, and you were requesting for.
Yes.
Why was that?
Because I don't know the system in this country. I may request it after. They said, yes, I'm entitled to duty, and I applied for it.
But you already said that you're not entitled.
That was my knowledge at the time.
When did you know that you're not entitled to it?
Well, I have been entitled to make a grant duty. That's why I applied at the time.
You were paid the gratuity when you requested for it?
Yes, I think I was paid.
Did you return the money?
Asked to return it.
No, but now you know you're not entitled to it.
I didn't know still now whether I'm not entitled.
No, you had already said.
I asked the question because that was my question.
You had already said that before, at the time of applying, you did not know. Now that you know, you had said clearly that you're not entitled.
If I don't know something today, and I know it tomorrow, and I apply it that day, my knowledge of not knowing it time thought I don't know. When I was known to that time, my contract finished, I have a grant, and I applied. And that's the time I got it.
You were given impressed in 2019, 10th April 2019. The amount is $180,000.
To where?
Impressed.
To where?
You know what an imprest is?
Remember.
Do you know what an imprest is?
I know they give you money to spend on a piece of things.
By way of imprest?
I cannot remember.
Now let me give you the letter. You will.
Yeah.
The management writing to you on grounds that you did not retire, the imprest was given to you.
I cannot remember this.
Yes, but now you have seen the letter. And the body of the letter is that you were given an imprest of $808,000 and you did not retire. Subject unretired imprest. After a report by Finance Manager 2 concerning the above caption, food for disaster team, your cooperation is hereby solicited. Do you recall receiving this letter?
I've never recalled having this money or even this letter. I've never recalled.
Do you have you been suspended from work?
Work suspended?
The chief executive officer wrote a letter to you 30th of April 2019 for suspension from work. It says, following your own officer at his office Today, the 30th of April 2019, in the presence of Director of Services and Ward Council, salary with immediate effect. You are to resume on the 22nd of May 2019. However, you are hereby advised to desist from disciplinary actions. You don't recall this?
I don't.
So you have never...
Well, he may write it, but I've never received it, and I'm on contract. I cannot be suspended.
On suspension, aside from this, do you recall ever being asked to stay home because you have been suspended? Now, you ever wrote for any of your staff or people that work under you to be suspended? I think that you may have done that.
Why?
Why do you?
There are a lot of issues pertaining to it out or unruly behaviors, certain things that you do.
A letter that you have written to the CEO and the Lord Mayor has copied. 3rd June 2019, the subject is recommendation for on Friday 31st May 2019 at Fajikunda Tailor Shop. Revenue collectors for tailoring exercise. Naomi Cham, Zakaria Kamara, Lamin Kamara. The suspension should take with immediate effect without salary for 3 months, commencing 4th of June 2019 to 5th. So that's finance. All council properties, invoice, etc. must be returned to appropriate authority immediately. You recall these names?
I can remember that.
How?
For the second time, I'm telling you, whatever I said here is, I don't remember. I have 5, their date of birth, especially date or so. I can remember some of them, 5th, 10th, remember which month, up to today. And that's not even anything. Yes.
If you are shown their date of birth, then you will recollect your thoughts. Like I have shown you. Hear me out. I have shown you evidences. When you say you can't recall, I show you evidence. And I show you the evidence. But you stated with the facts and the evidence, then that should reignite your thoughts. Like when I had read this letter.
You read?
I read it.
I understand what you read, and I
you
trust you what you read. Answer the question.
That's impressive. I believe that will help in other cases as well.
Very well.
Moving forward, coming back to these suspensions, were they suspended? You didn't follow up.
I didn't follow it.
You didn't
up.
follow up.
Yes.
Were they under?
This particular incident involved he got KMC staffs. They brought light trying to cheat. And I was called upon to machines.
Yes.
And when that happened, I rushed to the place and found the people on top, those staff you are talking. We established between ourselves there that this is not acceptable.
You had, in 2018, you were overseeing the position of compliance. You call this?
Yes.
Was it on contract or as a staff? The letter you have, I'm directed to inform you that you have been selected to oversee the position of a. In lieu of the above, you are expected to carry out the following responsibilities while overseeing the position. You were appointed as a staff.
Okay. Let me take you back. Issues.
Yes.
and the contract is not yet finished.
Yes.
And this something happened for me
Yes.
to be redeployed to that to finish off my contracts.
All right. It says that your job or responsibilities will include the following: public and staff regarding violations of municipal codes, to explain the nature of incurred violations and to encourage compliance with municipal codes. Familiar with the applicable codes and regulations?
I don't know whether I'm familiar with it or not, but I can pay much attention to what is always written there. I pay attention to what they tell me to do. Maybe because of the detailed nature of the job,
Yeah.
I was given specific things to do at a specific time.
Again,
And I concentrate on those ones.
Remy, how would you execute these functions?
I will only these functions according to how I understand it.
Do you compliance? It requires specific skills. If you are not familiar with it will be very difficult for you to execute your functions.
Well, you may be right.
And in fact, it will be impossible to execute your functions without having knowledge.
But as for me, if I don't know anything, I'll ask in detail to be explained how to navigate within. I have no qualification other than using my foresight thinking.
Foresight. Last issue is in relation to your amendment of the 24th of May 2023, where you said in the residency and subsequently traveled to the United Kingdom, where I further studied.
My highest qualification
Yes.
is GCE and private small course. I've said I've not been employed or I've never been at,
All right.
even when I was appointed as advisor to the president.
As consultants?
As I said, I've never.
Thank you. If there are any questions to this witness?
Yeah. Exactly when you took over to manage the dump. Okay, have you? Dump site, as we speak?
We have a private.
You rent it per day?
As at now, it is not rent pricing the site and managing the dump site.
How much is the,
That is nothing less than 10 days.
okay. So this is 600,000 per month.
The upkeeping, i.e. fire component, recycling,
Okay.
and maintaining.
How much fuel? Because it is in evidence that fuel
It's
is
not
part of
on the burden of
on the 600,000 per month.
only 600,000, whether they use guns there.
No, let me get it. Does KMC supply? So it's the owner that provides. So the fuel is inclusive in this 600,000. Entitled to receive gratuity payment.
I think it was.
Now, aside from this, this contracts for the
AMC.
yes, I'm just asking. It cannot be concurrent because
Yes.
it is a contract at a time.
Yes.
So, what
As a debt collection,
yes. Now, for that debt collection, how much were you able to?
how? Because I don't touch money.
That's
I
what-
only somebody I went to, and he made, and I will come straight, deposit it, and inform, and they will go and pay. Somebody will tell me.
Yes, Mr. Yes, I understand all that. We are interested in the record, not what you have touched or the money you have received. Because you were given an assignment. They gave you the contract to do debt collection. You, of course, knew how much debt, because if they pay anything pursuant, to be able to know that this is how much.
We were anywhere in KMC
Yes.
where I can.
How? It cannot be true, Mr. With all honesty, that you will not be able, that we want, because it is you that was given the contract.
To you, it may not sound
Yes.
that I am not keeping the records, because I'm not doing it for any record purpose. I'm doing it because I will tell the individuals, you go to KMC, paid or partly paid, I still continue with them. Up to this year, from them to KMC. I don't see the checks. Sometimes I see the check and send it to KMC.
Asking, please note.
I know.
Yes, please note, you check, you given the contract. We have facts that we have, but to corroborate those facts, whatever payment you have been able to, and all that.
I'll try.
So we know that the contract you were given, there was execution towards that contract that was given to you by KMC.
I'll try.
And you told us it is, and it is on the record, right? Thank you. Last question. Aside also from this debt collection, the ones you can recall, because we have the.
I've been to the markets
Okay.
that I know,
Okay.
both Sarah working
Different contract.
days, revenue generation, regeneration.
Now the.
Yes, I once attended the first signing of this committee, I think, or establishment of
Yes.
contract committee.
Who is the contractor? That. CC.
Yes.
All right. Thank you, Mr. Kanye. Thank you so much for coming. We have asked,
I'll try.
and we will call you if we need.
Thank you.
All right. Thank you so
Can
much.
I just give you my intention, because I'm traveling to UK.
It's not time, but when exactly are you traveling? You are departing,
I will.
and the time you are coming back.
When I start,
And endeavor to hand over the documents we have asked you by Thursday.
continuation of your testimony before this Commission of Inquiry into Local Government Councils and related matters, may I remind you once again.
Mr. Njai?
Money.
You're
Thank you.
Thank you. Council, can we proceed?
Yes, thank you very much.
Thank you.
Yes, I call you so that you can help us with respect to some payment vouchers. First, and also some of the vouchers in relation to the payment, the substantive Director of Finance for how long and from which period to which period? Do you recall?
Yep, 2018 to 2020.
And you had a Director of Finance in 2020 March?
New Director of Finance.
And that was?
Dr. Keta.
And he was there for a while but subsequently suspended. I know the vouchers that I have to.
Around July 2021 to October 2022, 2023, I think.
Okay. Let's the payment to Mr. Kanye.
Yeah.
Do you recall this?
Well, the issue of the D8 and D9 was a bulldozer provided by the Office of the President to the Council
Yes.
at the time
Yes.
when we were having issues that will really help and maintain, reduce our expenditure.
Yes.
Yeah, and then it's been operating and then supervised by Kanjo bulldozer to the council. He been overseeing the bulldozer at the dump site. There was a time when he wanted maintenance was requested, and then intending to transport the machine to Dakar, which I turned down automatically. I said that cannot be possible.
You turned down what?
The impression, and which you are going to Dakar, that means you are doing international procurement. So whatever we can do, let the technical department itself.
Let's get it.
Parts or buy goods for the council.
It's unlawful.
Internationally, it's international procurement, and it has to follow the procedure.
Well, and
When I rejected the impressed,
yes,
it was a big issue, and I told him no.
who was thinking that you were trying to sabotage?
Kanjura himself was not happy with that.
Okay.
Then proper request,
Yes.
specify the parts required by the technical department, do the necessary things,
Yes.
and come to finance for us to facilitate the payment.
Was that done?
Yeah, that was done.
No, that was not done. Those concerns were never met.
Yes, you can say so.
No, again,
It's
not about to provide clear evidence
Yes.
that probably will be contrary to what, and then make determination. But what I have, or what we have as lawyers, is that not.
On which sense?
What did you say earlier regarding the procedure to follow?
Yeah.
There was. Let's roll again.
Yes.
The tape again. What was your advice? Why did you? On what basis did you reject?
The basis I reject is giving cash or one. Because that one is not secured.
And what? No, you had said
It's
something.
it's
not in line with. Hear me out. There has to be tender. These were words.
Not specifically strictly tendered. RFQ, you have tendering.
Mr. Sheriff, Jai, are you familiar with procurement methods?
Very well.
What are the procurement
RFQ, request
Yes.
for quotation.
Yes.
You have single sourcing.
Yes.
You have tendering.
Yes. What type of tendering do you have?
You can have restricted tendering.
Yes. Or you can have open international. Now, these are procurement methods.
Yes.
Was any followed in this case?
Any?
Was any method
Within RFQ.
Was RFQ followed?
Yes.
And these companies are? Or these dealers?
I can't remember. Name. I can remember only of the selected contractor.
Ngolan is there?
Was the selected contractor? I can't remember.
By the
Yes.
payment voucher?
Yes.
Sorry, the number is PV19. That's Ngolan Construction and Tendering. We have the subsequent GPPA forms attached to it. For the maintenance of the bulldozers. A letter, request for labor cost. Please go through it. You are familiar with what are those documents about?
Yes.
Just for your record.
Of transportation of bulldozer,
Yes.
D8 and D9 from Dakar. Okay. And a request from the Director of Services.
Yes.
It was approved.
Yes.
And a request, I think, and then you have a request for transportation by
Yes.
Mustafa Kankam.
Yes.
And then you have job certification,
Yes.
certifying the job has been done.
Yes.
I think you have,
Ngolan Construction is one.
yes, Golan is there. You
Yes.
have Akidi
Okay.
Trading.
Yes. Is that all? Yes.
All those one.
Is that all?
Yeah, that's all.
Can I please have that? $504 is in relation to the number attached is 56146 attached. Shaba,
This voucher is the specification.
the three quotations.
The three quotation here are Golan.
Yes.
You have Saraba spare parts. Is Mansour spare part, I believe. Yeah,
Request for quotation sent to these three.
well, that's procurement's procedures.
No,
That's
Mr.
procurement's.
Mr. Jai, you approve payment.
Most basis when the documents are provided, the necessary
Exactly.
documents.
Exactly. Don't forget based on the fact that the requirements were not met. Is that not correct?
Yes.
So you know you have an obligation as a finance director or substantive. Good.
agreed.
So it's on that basis that I am asking whether requests were sent to this.
No.
To make sure that all the requirements are met, just pay him when he comes.
Well,
Do you understand? Him when he initially came. Why would you reject him? Your job is just make payment, just pay.
yeah,
That procedures were not followed. Is that not the case?
yeah,
Sir?
yeah,
Is that not the case?
that's the case.
So let's just
I mean, the request to be sent is under the.
was requested.
No. For me, what I'm needed is
In the file you-
They are in order.
Yes.
Let me see the request.
What the law says. Procedures for request for quotation.
I understand. Yes. Okay.
Can we listen to one another?
Okay.
May I proceed, Chair?
Yes.
Mr. Jai, it's for the benefit of everyone. Do you understand? That is the.
Yes.
It says 608 procurement regulations, terms and time of delivery, as well as any other special requirements, and shall be formed by using Bidders shall be given adequate time to prepare their quotations. Each bidder is permitted one quotation, which may not be altered or negotiated, email, or in any other form that leaves a record of the content of the communication. Order based on GPA Form 102, purchase order shall be placed with the bidder that provided the. You have requests from 3.
Yes.
But the procedure is not followed, right?
Well,
do we agree? Then you can say it's not your job.
I cannot, it should be sent.
Is it
Request
sent?
I agree. The procurement officer have to send this request for quotation to the supplier.
When I now ask you the question, whether it's your response, quotations were sent, then you can say, well, there is evidence it is sent, or no, there is evidence it is not. There's no evidence. Do you have a request for quotation sent?
I am not aware of whether they've been sent or not.
Request sent?
I don't know.
Going by that document. Requests were sent for
Request for quotation is here from field.
Sent. You don't know whether sent or not.
I don't know.
Now, let's go by your functions. Mr. Chief says, the Data of Finance, section 204, page 10, the financial manual, accounting manual for local government. The Data of Finance is head. The following: overall coordination and control of the accounting functions of council, supervision of accounting staff, production of the annual financial staff, to ensure that they have been properly authorized. The allocations, rates, calculations are properly filed. Do you see this? So before you authorize any payment, you have to make sure all the. I will repeat myself. It was on this basis you rejected the first request for payment. But the second time, the documents were still inadequate. Correct?
Well,
a company that deals with mechanical engineering of any kind or spare parts
well, construction company can have an engineering company as well.
can have a.
Engineering knowledge as well. I don't know.
How much was paid to Nkola?
Tongola, I think D8
Altogether.
altogether.
It's about $1 million.
I can't remember altogether. Yes.
It's about $1 million.
Yes.
0468.
It's 491.
Yes.
Yes.
Can you please add the two figures?
About 950.
What is the first amount? The figure. $452,544.
491,276.
The total will be $943,820.
Yep.
Correct?
Yes.
And the initial voucher I gave you, the first one, an amount of $122,500. Do you recall that? Right? Is that within RFQ or above RFQ?
Well, if you combine them together, it's beyond RFQ.
It's beyond RFQ.
But
Why would you combine them together? It is one dealer.
Yes.
It's one transaction.
Well,
One issue. Not different. Do you agree with that? Do you agree that?
well, I cannot tell because I'm not technically minded. Wait,
You are in charge of finance.
finance, yes.
Yes.
But if a request comes to me,
You would not give Mr. Kanye $1 million.
no.
So you know the amount.
Yes.
You would not give Mr. Kanye $1 million. It's one and the same thing.
Yeah.
Mr. Jai.
Yes.
But you way.
It depends. As finance, it depends what we receive, the document.
You rejected earlier. That is within your knowledge.
With respect to a contractor.
You had paid in 3 installments were the same payment that you rejected, Ali?
No,
You don't know.
it's not the same. It's not
You
the
did
same.
not know?
It's not the same.
You did not know it had to do with the maintenance
No,
of
what
the
I'm
API.
saying, they are completely different of the procurement to choose the method that he used, either RFQ, but if the RFQ, if one voucher come and say, pay this invoice 1 million, you will never see that. Machines. They make 2 separate requests. They are different kind of parts.
Let me read to you.
Well, for me, I can't do much just to help because this.
Their job.
Yes.
No one is offering free service. So do not use that word again that you are there to help. You are there. At the end of the month is as a result of your work. No help.
That's it.
So let's stick to that. In his statement, you will know that procurement was not followed. Who he wanted to deal with, and he dealt with that individual. He went and in fact withdrew that amount of money. He says, second page, having discussed with Lai, but before that, transported to backward dump site at the expense of KMC. I made a request for transportation of the said bulldozer. The said request approved, and if bulldozers were transported to backward dump site, the bulldozers were not in very good order, and they were maintained by the council mechanic, Buba Kujabi. Do you know Buba Kujabi?
Yes.
And start bulldozer being driven into a ditch at the dump site. Later, at the expense of council. Afterwards, the needed to be repaired, during which I was introduced to Babukar Kinti, who further introduced me to some Senegalese mechanics in the name of Lai in the Gambia. You see, there's a chain. And then they dealt with that individual. All these 3 quotations were fake. They were not true. That was why you will not see any request. The condition of the bulldozers and get back to me, which he did, said to me that he can fix the bulldozer at the sum of 800,000 each, while cumulatively amounting to $1,000 for the 2 bulldozers, which information I relayed to council through my line directorate. During the discussion, Lai requested to go with the mechanic to the machine to Senegal. No procurement followed. These papers you guys had, they're all fraudulent. He was just there to tidy up. You requested for money and you said no. And you said you had knowledge of what was going on.
No way.
Is initially saying no to Mr. Kanye. We could have stuck with that. You have done that. But you had said something here. You said he made a big noise out of that noise.
Nothing.
No. The noise made you to approve that you initially disregarded to accept.
But
That's
at least the relevant authorities has involved. The
Yes.
Director of Service.
Mr. Jai. Now,
Sorry, let me just
Yes.
ask Mr. Njai. Refer you to your statement of the 2nd of May 2023.
Yes.
Fourth paragraph. You said on the issue of $1 million allegedly paid to Kanjura evidence, do you want us to take? Is it now that you knew how the procurement went and you paid $1 million?
No, it was based on the questions asked to me by the investigators. I'm not aware of giving Kanjura $1 million. I have no knowledge of that.
But your statement is saying something different. In transaction.
That was a response in negative. It was a response in negative that I didn't give Kanjura $1 million.
Not our understanding of what is contained in your statement.
That was my understanding.
I wouldn't know you.
That's right. That's right. It was a negative response to the question that nothing was
But
given.
Because it would have been dishonest on your side. If they tell you that you have given Kanjura $1 million and you say you know nothing about it, and that is full stop, because you made is totally is not connected totally to the issue of the work. If you say you were answering this in the negative, because the following statement is referring to deleted receipts in the system. So to show that, yes, they came, they said they wanted me to pay 1 million. I said it did not follow due process, therefore I cannot pay 1 million, and therefore the issue of 1 million.
More on this today, ma'am.
Okay, but it is that this statement is incorrect.
I have elaborated to this, ma'am.
No, I'm saying. No, it's your evidence. It's not my evidence.
Well, for me, yeah, it was like a negative response.
We take it.
Yeah.
Carnegie Municipal Council, voucher 200283. Sorry, before that. 19037. Other two vouchers, payment voucher 190468, amount is $491,276. Evidence as an exhibit.
Now, Mr. Njai, before I issue of this Golan company, it might be engaged in other business. Is that what you said?
Well,
when I admit the documents, I will refer you to.
I'm not saying exactly that he's doing that, but I'm saying that he's a contractor, he's willing to provide, to deliver.
Yes. A payment, the pay is Golan Construction and Trading Enterprise. And attached to that are being paid for in the said voucher. The second is dated the 18th of July 2019. The payee is Golan Construction and Trading Enterprise. The payment voucher number is PV1904. To the said payment voucher is a bundle of documents relative on the said voucher. The last payment voucher is dated 18th of July 2019, and attached to this PV are a bundle of documents relative to the payment referred to voucher. These 3 vouchers are admitted in a bundle as exhibit KMC/004.
As the Commission places.
Now, Council, just one. Please look at. I'm giving you 468, and please read out to us type of business. What does it indicate, Mr. Njai?
Register with the GPPA Public Procurement Authority.
Yes.
Type of business construction only.
Yes.
This certificate is valid.
Yes.
Yes.
So, under the rules, would it have been construction only, or is there any waiver that has been presented to certificate?
Well, for us, this construction only could refer to any construction.
Yes, but does it entail?
Nice.
But is this clear? This Golan is only given to engage in construction only?
And your,
based on opinion.
and your judgment, yes. Because if somebody presented a registered certificate from, you can say that it
says construction and
yes.
it's added only.
Only.
Did not qualify it?
Well, did not
qualify
they
it?
did not
Mr.
qualify.
Jai?
They
It did not qualify the
No.
construction document. Please hand it over to him. We can proceed, Council.
You have been given.
Yes.
Out. What is the voucher number?
85,000.
Voucher. PV number 200283. Into evidence as an exhibit.
As the finance person,
Yes.
the exhibit LGC/SN/K, your exhibit, the description in your exhibit, the head of the description is 8003815, and the description is land. How does it relate to the maintenance of the bulldozers? Because my understanding of landfill is different from
Dressing of the dump site, maintaining of the equipment at the dump site, all is lump sum in one.
Is this not confusing and misleading?
Well, it's one cost center.
What?
It's one cost center, like the maintenance.
Yeah, that is what I'm saying. I've had subheads in the voucher so that it can address the particular.
And these bulldozers come.
Regardless of the fact that
Yes.
you have bulldozer, because
Yes.
you will have to dress the dump site anyway.
Yes.
So what my question is, you are not answering my question. My question is, this head, conciliation, why wouldn't you have a point in time?
Yeah, you are right.
If you have this bracket whether it is A, B, or C, because when it is A, you will know that it is for the purposes of maintenance of
very
it.
right, as you said. But we initially we budgeted one line that is dressing of the back of the website, that's hiring of bulldozer.
Yes.
And then
If somebody who is not a finance person
will not
understand this, feel for a dump site is a different connotation and it means different. Yes, Council, you may proceed. The payment voucher dated 14th of January 2020 with the payee is Golan Construction and Trading Enterprise, and being final payment for the cost of maintenance and transportation of bulldozer 8 IPO number 0000561109. Attached to this is a bundle of documents in relation to the description in the said voucher.
Ask the Commission President.
Just ask one question. Now, the inconsistency exhibited in this voucher, because if, based on your explanation, you have a subhead which is 700701. How can you explain that? Can't you use that? Use this one instead of using 800.
If you use that one and then you will overspend, because we are not hiring.
But you have, Mr. Njai, you have processes and procedures of violence. And there is a resource in.
That's right.
Or you did not do your budgeting properly to ensure the of your income.
Yeah.
So you were not correct in your estimation in your budget.
100% estimate
Thank
correctly.
you. Council, you may proceed. Can you please take that?
Contracts. As Director of Finance.
Mr. Kanye has been having different kind of contracts. Which of them?
I'm as Director of Finance or acting, you should be familiar with all of his contracts. Were you?
Well, I was.
On several occasions, honorarium.
Yes.
I will show you some vouchers. We have PV 211304, where he was paid unattached. Being payment of honorarium to the debt recovery consultant it should be on behalf of council, amounting to $23,024,528. The amount paid to him as honorarium. And you have another voucher, $10,000 is payment of honorarium. PV 21.
I can only talk of the 10,000, but the other ones are payments.
Please come again. The others were?
The other vouchers are paid by my director, doctor.
Dr. Keita?
Yeah.
Okay, please,
Probably
please tell us about $10,000. We will reserve the others for Dr. Keita.
in 2021, around December, when I was overseeing the finance unit, and
You
definitely
were overseeing the office
Huh?
in December,
August, something like that.
July.
Yes.
Please proceed.
So he was supporting the debt recovery.
Yes.
To be honest, I was the
Mr. Njai,
yes.
I had told you, no one is helping anyone in this service. People get like helping. No one is helping anyone. People are paying. People get paid. You and I get paid.
Yes.
So no one gets to help.
The reason why I said support and help is because it was not his main function.
No.
But which I can attest to, I wrote myself the honorarium, which I can only request and then recommend to the CEO 10,000 for being supportive and doing very well at the rates recovery. 2021.
On what basis was he supporting in that department? So you are misleading the commission.
He was a consultant at the time.
You are misleading the commission. Yes, so because the
I'm not into
2021,
that.
14 January 2021, Mr. Kanye was given a contract. It says, as per the establishment and appointment, 1 year, January to December. And the allowances. Double side allowance, $30,000. Consultancy fees.
Quite agree with you
Yes.
that he was paid for doing but honorarium are also paid to, it has a rule on honorarium. It cannot be paid.
He was on contract as a consultant. Paid outrageous amounts of money. Yet still you decided that he had to be entitled to an honorarium? Yeah? You can just
Contract is an employment.
go ahead, lecture us about it.
No, I'm not lecturing. I'm saying a
Tell us
contract
about
employment.
yes.
And then all employments are on contracts.
Yes.
Procurement process
Yes.
where a supplier, I will not pay a honorarium to a supplier. I will not pay a honorarium to a service provider.
The problem is we have people that do not know their job in our public. It's very scary. Instead of you just saying definitely it was wrong, that you cannot. Let me show you the contract, and you point out where it is stated that he is entitled to an honorarium. Let me show you. You read the contract, and you will tell us whether it is agreed that he will be paid. Is that not the contract that we are making reference?
Well,
Is that the contract we are making reference?
this one.
Is that the contract in relation to his debt recovery?
Yes.
Good. Can you please read the remuneration part?
Well, what I'm saying, appointment on contract.
Yes.
And
Yes.
those people are the recruitment committee
Yes.
that recruit could be differing.
Okay.
But what I can understand through the establishment appointment committee, I can be wrong. I differ. As an insider, as a worker, as a staff. So I think every staff, sometimes honorarium is awarded.
Is that what you do with your other staffs? All your other staff?
All the other staff, yes.
You have paid honorarium.
All the other staff. But when somebody outstanding,
90%, 98%, 99% of people that work for KBS do not have honorarium paid to them.
agree.
Do you agree with that?
Yes, I agree.
Yes. Mr. Kani contract. Correct? Now read the remuneration.
The remuneration is
Yes.
consultancy fee of 35,000. Then the condition attached on the consulting service can be outlined as follows.
Yes.
responsible for the management of the Bakote dump site.
Yes.
Solicit partnership to manage the Bakote dump site.
Yes.
You are strictly attached to the to consult with the Director of Services on the issue of regarding the management of the dump's working hours.
Yes.
You are required to conform with the internal regulation of the council.
Is there anywhere that is
Honorarium is never specified in any employment letter. Honorarium.
Is there anywhere?
No, it's not there. Sorry. Yeah.
On what basis, Mr.
Performances on the finances.
And where or no legality? What is the legality of that?
Legality as
Where did you derive your powers? How would you justify that payment? That is the legality. You must, when you pay somebody, there must be a
honorarium vote. An honorarium vote that's meant for deserving. And then once
does it also include consultants? Does it also include consultants as well?
Well, consultancy, it depends. Consultancy.
Does it include consultants?
Here is confusion.
Other issues. I think it's very clear.
Yeah.
You cannot provide any. You were just dashing people money, and you took part in that. Unethical. But the other issue is he also had telephone $1,500. Do you recall this? Telephone allowances to Mr. He was given telephone allowance. Do you recall that?
I cannot remember. Outside the.
Did you serve in any period in 2020 as finance director? Active?
Yeah, up to February ending, yeah.
You were not there in June?
No.
Did you pay 1,000? You cannot recall that?
No.
Now, please go through it. Advise us whether that's your time, if any. Under the PV into evidence.
P number PV21-2451. To this payment voucher is the memo from the acting and is copied to the Lord Mayor. And this memo has a reference KMC/FIN/342 in evidence as an exhibit, and it is marked as LGC/SN/KMC 20 annual plan and budget. And heading is the payment of honorarium capital income expenditure is clearly stated, and honorarium is catered for. Is it there, Mr. Jai? It's on the first page. Under the income column or the expenditure column, can you check at the top right-hand corner, you have the income, and then underneath you have the expenditure. All the issues that's supposed to be expended upon is highlighted on the expenditure.
It will fall under the admin expenditure. You will have there the staff incentives.
Yes.
2, 3.
Yes. What does it say?
That means staff incentives.
Yes. How much does it allocate for staff incentives?
150,000.
100.
Preceding year.
Yes.
Well, the budget is not here to tell the preceding year.
Now, if you say it should fall under staff incentive,
well, as far as Mr. Kanye was hired by the Establishment and Appointment Committee, we refer him as a staff because once it was. Yes.
In your budget notes, what did you say the incentive that the incentive should entail?
No, under this budget head, we only highlight the administrative expenses, but not specifically by. No.
Highlight by item.
By item now.
Why?
Well, it was how the notes were.
So
prepared.
what notes? Is it not an explanation of what should be expended on any head?
Yes, ma'am.
Can you bring them?
Thank you.
This, what you said, even assuming there is evidence that so much honorary, which is even more than million, 100 and something. But we will get to that when we look at the vouchers.
Okay.
Any of my vouchers?
Yes.
What voucher do you have with you?
I have here one for final domicile allowance for the final quarter 2021.
Yes.
80,000.
Was that your time?
Yes. Being payment of 25% gratuity allowance at the end of contract from January 2022, 60,000 to Mustafa Kankani.
Is that a voucher?
Yes.
Was he paid?
Yes, was paid.
He was paid gratuity.
He was entitled.
He was?
To my opinion, because it was a contract.
So?
Gratuity.
Can you guide us through?
Based on the GO.
Can you guide us? Let me see. Where in the GO?
This one is request for fuel and lubricant.
Yes.
Mustafa Kanye.
Let me please have. And these are all that's your time?
Yes, these are my time. And the other two are not mine. The other two signed by
As the finance director.
yeah, these are the two that
Return the rest.
this is mine. This is
Let me have. Corset. We apply to tender the following payment vouchers. PV, KMC PV 220009 of October 2022 is in relation to a payment of 25% gratuity with its necessary supporting documents. payment voucher number PV 22000008 for 2021 as per request attached. We have 19 September 2022. And backward side as per attached. PV 1.
The pay is Khan Mustafa Khan, fuel and lubricants. 22 with voucher number KMC PV and as per request attached. Voucher dated 19th of September 2022, 10/5/2. The payee is Khan Mustafa Kani. The payment of dump site allowance for Mr. Khan Mustafa Kani for quota ending. A voucher dated 17th of October 2022, PV, that is the voucher number KMC 939, and the payee is Khan Mustafa Kani. The allowance at the end of the contract from January 2022 to September 2020 in evidence as an exhibit, and they are marked LGC/SN/KMC.
May I please have Exhibit 007 relation to the payment of the gratuity? Let me show you the exhibit in relation gratuity to Mr. Kani.
There's a request
from
from the from Bakany,
address to.
address to the CEO.
Is anyone copied?
No, gratuity. I write to request for my gratuity allowance at the end of my.
Please proceed. That's not all.
Reference made to the contract document that 25% payment of.
What does that mean?
That means he is referring to a terms.
Contract attached.
Yeah, the contract is attached.
In the contract, it's stipulated in the contract.
At the second, 25% of annual salary shall be paid to you as gratuity at the end of the contract. Huh?
25% off
25%
of what
of the total annual earning.
shall be paid.
As
Fortunes to a satisfactory level.
say,
How do you determine that Mr. Njai has, Mr. Kani has performed?
you work under the service department.
Yes.
So those are the ones who should be determining
Is
his.
there any assessment done?
Pardon?
Is there any assessment done?
It has to be done by the department.
I'm asking, was that done?
That was not to my knowledge.
So on what basis was this paid?
Was based on the contract.
On the contract?
Yes.
No, the contract said on satisfactory report of your performance and conduct. Is the answer no or yes?
Well, there was a point. It was yes.
See, my problem is there is no evidence.
Yes.
You can try to come up with. Just be very much honest.
Yes.
The case. So where's the report? Were you privy to the report?
No.
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 Now, talking about being the approving authority, it's your role to advise finance whether payment requirements must be met.
That's
Do
right.
you agree with that?
That's agree.
And that's your responsibility. Absolutely. But you're the one sitting here, Mr. Njai. Did you perform that oversight function? We have other allowances that were paid. Honorarium, Mr. Khan.
Yes.
We have payment of honorarium for effective and efficient managing the job site as per. But I can't read this. 1.5. KM requested by the SUSO for please go through this. It's two. One is for $50,000, the other is for $6,000, correct?
Proof authorized by the CEO.
There are two individuals that can sign.
Initial request was sent to the CEO for approval,
Yes,
which the CEO approved.
yes.
The process.
Yes, for you to process.
Yes.
What do you mean for you to process? What was your capacity in that period?
Yes.
Overseeing the office of the
Overseeing the Finance, yes.
Yes. So you just don't process. The authority to say, I cannot sign this because it's not legitimate, correct? The authority, you have the mandate to say, I cannot sign this because it's not authentic.
Well, if I found anything that's not right
Yes.
on the payment,
Yes.
I will automatically advise for him
That
to pay.
should not be paid.
Should,
Yes.
should not be paid.
That is the line of my question.
Yes.
The idea that
Yeah.
now, what is the honorarium?
This honorarium is requested by the Human Resource Department.
Yes.
What he submitted,
Yes.
endorsed by the line director,
Yes.
and then approved by the CEO. We assume, we feel, we understand based on our opinion, it has passed through the relevant authorities and is approved and is
Good. What is the base of the payment?
the base of the payment is the activity report from the government.
It's agreed that Mr. Kanye should provide an activity report and he should be paid.
Pardon?
Is it
In the
middle side? Is the answer no?
no.
So why did you assign that voucher for him to be paid that amount? Approved by the Director of Finance?
Not like that. Not like that.
So is the payment lawful, Mr. Njai?
Yes.
Is it lawful? This payment is lawful. Is that what you're saying? Do you consider yourself genuinely as an honest person?
Well, if you are in my shoes, you will not know why separate unit. This person work in a separate department.
Yes.
I don't know the challenges and the approved by the CEO.
Right.
Well,
Let me respectfully cut you short.
yes.
I believe it's Madam Chairperson.
Let him
It's
take time
time.
before they take the signal. But let the account transaction from 1st of before we come back to 30th of June 123,569.44.
Can you get it clearly?
You made payments
Yes.
amounting to 131 million
Yes.
123,000 for the due process.
None of them for the due process.
Yes.
Good afternoon, Mr. Witness. Welcome back. You may kindly take your seat. Before I hand you over to Madam Chair.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
You are welcome back.
Thank you.
Yes, Mr. PV 18055.
Yes.
What is it about?
By Mustafa Kani
For
for
telephone allowance.
telephone allowance,
How much?
1,005.
We applied to tender the evidence as it.
Council, is this different from the 15,000?
Yes, yes,
Is different from the
yes.
been paid?
Yes, Mr. Kamsawa Kanyi was receiving $15,000 lately.
With the number PV180550, the telecommunication expenses. Attached to the executive officer and is request for fuel and telephone as an exhibit in evidence, and SN/KMC/008.
As the commission places. Now, Mr. Jai, we have another voucher. And for vehicle as per attached. Please have a look at this voucher. You've paid to bear your signature as the officer overseeing the finance director's office. What is the description? What is that voucher about, generally?
Generally, a personal car,
Yes.
which he would like to maintenance and
Yes.
request for in the maintenance of his vehicle.
Yes.
So he claimed for refund of that maintenance, which should have been, according to him, which have been carried by the council.
As identified by the KMC PV 22000210 into evidence as an exhibit.
That is nice. The voucher dated 6th of KMC PV 22000, and the payee's name is Kan Mustafa Kani. And attached to that is also dated the 6th of June 2022, 22-103. The payee is Kanjura Kani. This payment voucher is marked as LGC/SN/KMC/009.
Ask the Commission, please. Given to the witness, Mr. Njai. Mr. Njai, please go through that voucher. Of an amount of, is it 13,500? Sir? 300. In relation to the refund to Mr. Kanjura Kani, $800 is. Now, what is the location of that voucher, that payment?
Well, according to his contract, he has to be provided a vehicle gone off the roads.
Yes.
And he will use his own car to run the errands of council according to the claim.
Yes.
Require maintenance, which he incurred 13,300.
Yes.
And then which he claimed for if hadn't been is our official car, still now will incur the same cost and repair the same car.
What is the classification of that payment?
The classification of payment.
You are a finance director.
Yeah, classification means which votes was it charged to pay
Yes.
On the vehicle maintenance vote.
Vehicle maintenance code.
Yes.
And what is the code?
7.
Motor vehicle spare parts.
Yes.
Correct?
Yes.
700 go in ports.
Yeah.
That is a subhead.
Yeah.
Payment classified as refund in the financial manual, refund of payment.
In the financial manual.
Yes.
Well, council operate in that.
To the question, if the answer is no, you say if the answer is yes, and then you can now explain.
Financial manual.
I'm worried about your understanding of the financial manual.
I'm more worried about.
Under what circumstance payment should be done?
Yes.
So if you talk about only payment should be authorized, what do you understand by that? That's just what you can make payment. It talks about the various, listen to me, preparation and payment of personal emolument, undrawn salaries and wages, council monthly and sitting allowances, and other payments. It says other payments on page 33. These will include payments for charges, interest, and repairs and maintenance. Do you see this? And all these payments must follow.
There are instances where you issue impress. There are instances where you refund urgent payments.
Where does refund fall? Tell me.
Where,
Guide us.
Where do you?
The refund.
Well, it's authorization, payment authorization.
Show us, guide us, educate us.
No.
Manual.
No,
Mr. Jai, you had, listen to me, you had occupied the position of a director of finance. Guide us through the law that you cannot be in a position to guide us through the lawfulness of that payment.
But I don't think I can go through this and then tell you, but I can understand when payments are
Well, Jai, you are expected to know your job. So if you are to
There are some payments that are not through procurement. Not all payments have to go. Examples of bills?
bills,
Yes,
give us examples.
exactly. Like electricity bills,
Yes,
you know.
they cannot go through procurement.
No source.
It's just a single source of procurement.
No, not a single source, but it's just like, but it doesn't go to procurement.
What is single source? Hear yourself. You had mentioned procurement. Single source is a method of procurement.
Okay, agreed, as you said.
So what are you talking about? That page 38, chapter 6 of the financial manual says procurement and tender procedures for goods. The local government procurement procedures should be done strictly in regulations and any subsequent amendments to the Act. All councils' purchase of goods, works, and services shall comply with threshold prescribed. Do you see that? Are we together?
Yes.
I'm asking you a question. For that question. Yes, sir?
Yeah, I agree. It doesn't go through the procurement.
And do you agree it's unlawful? Unlawful. In this world, understand by lawfulness.
What do you understand by this word? Lawfulness means it passed through the necessary approvals and authorizations. Well, to your understanding, it passed through the
Did it
normal
pass through
procedure.
procurement?
Not all payment pass through
Did
procurement.
that payment pass?
This is a claim.
Let me repeat again.
Yes.
Did that payment to Mr. Kanjura pass through procurement?
Claim is not a procurement.
You didn't pay?
A claim is paid.
Did you pay?
You paid.
It was on the basis of that I'm using
Pardon?
page 35. Then, yeah, are you very familiar with the financial manual?
Everything manual.
Very familiar.
Yes.
Turn to page 35,
Yes.
where you have sub 5A going forward.
This will be the amount payable for repair and maintenance of building vehicles and other equipment. The work or services to be done should be well specified and approval by the council.
Let me please stop there.
Yes.
The minor works. This will be the amount payable for repairs and maintenance of buildings. The procurement of such services should follow the GPA Act 2020.
No, it doesn't follow the procurement.
Good. So would that be, you know, sometimes, Mr. Jai, let me just give you a piece of advice. Sometimes it is honorable. Sometimes it's honorable for anyone when things are very clear to just say, definitely that is the fact, and I agree, and we move. It is.
I agree.
Where the evidences are clear, the law is clear, the voucher didn't follow due process, and you refuse to act. very, very inappropriate for any professional to do that.
I understand. It's also,
Now, do you agree it's unlawful?
to a certain degree, yes, it's unlawful.
I can't hear you, Mr. Jai. It's unlawful payment.
Yeah.
Let me read paragraph C. It says the work or service to be done should be well specified. Any contract can be entered into by the council. So you see, there are procedures for payments to be done, and it's very clear. So you would not know whether you are paying far more or far less more because of you have to have value for money.
Yeah.
So that is what you do when you do not follow procurement regulations. You don't attain value for money, Mr. Jai.
Understand.
Can I please have that document back? Now, let me show you another voucher. An amount of 10,500 was paid to Kan Mustafa Kani. And the description is being refunded for 10 days of workmanship to Alaji Jallo.
This is the honorable paid to the NDA dump site and the canal.
Okay. Yes. So they operate these excavators.
Yes.
We applied to tender a payment voucher.
The payment voucher dated the 19th of 1115. The description is field maintenance, and attached to it is a memo dated the 18th of October 2018. It services, and it is addressed to the acting chief executive finance and fire. And the subject is claiming for 10 days workmanship for excavator operator driver from the 29th of September to the 8th of October 20 M. Wali. The next MOU services, it is addressed to the acting chief executive officer. The subject is claiming for 5 days workmanship to Mr. Spade. It is also signed by Lamin M. Wali. Signed by Alaji Jallo of Bundung. This document is admitted as an
Now, an honorarium, or was it entitled to a specific?
Yeah, it is an arrangement to pay their operators honorarium whenever they work for the council in terms of this job.
The payment voucher, PV 2451 and /KMC/006, in relation to payment of honorarium for the efforts of Mr. Kanyi overdue debts as per request attached. Now, the letter you have written to support the rates recovery units to follow up on defaulters which have the performance of the debt recovery unit during the last quarter. Based on the above, I his effort on the assignment as a motivation. Mr. Sheriff, so many honorariums paid to Mr. Kan Musabakani. So many.
That's all right.
And of course, needless to say, there were no. When Mr. Kani was already on contract. Is that? Do you agree with that? 2021 contract, and the contract says appointment on contract as for job site consultant for a period of 1 year, 2021 to December 31st, 2021. Why, what business does he have to do with debt recovery? If his contract at the time says...
At times we have task forces that enforce revenue collections.
Can we leave the issue of at times or sometimes? Can we be very specific?
Yeah, be specific.
You to recollect your thoughts. Yes?
I said this particular period,
Yes.
no matter what he was at the dump site, but as a dump site consultant.
No, he was not part of the management. The part of the management, that is their business or his business.
Well, we see him as part of the management.
Why? What made you see him as part of the management?
An appointment committee.
Yes.
Who in charge of recruitment of the management and the staffs.
Yes.
That makes him part of the management.
That is the arrangement you have. It was unlawful and illegal, and a total departure to what had to know. Mr. Kan Musabakani is the least experienced in whatever ways.
I know.
You know.
Yeah.
Is that not true?
It's true. I know.
Yes, it's a fact.
But it's beyond my control.
I know it's beyond your control, Mr. That's the issue.
Yeah, okay.
It's part of management. Kanye was just benefiting money's for no reason. So that amount of money that he was paid for debt recovery, how can you justify that? When he had no contract for debt recovery. Yes.
An honorarium is paid to every member of staff who outperform.
Yes.
And he did very well because major debtors, he knows them. I cannot remember offhand now.
How much? We need to know the statistics.
No.
How much you found?
No, I don't have to. I don't have.
Can you produce us these statistics when you come back?
Okay.
How much he was able to recover, which would be performing very high. That is needless to say. even if he was recovering debt, on contract at that point to collect debt, correct? Correct, sir?
Yeah, you are right. So much has been going on. Yeah, where we need all hands, we need all support. But as you say, not everything is right.
That we are looking at now is
Mr.
wrong.
Nyai, please note that you're supposed to produce for us during the period. Please note that one down.
That will be very difficult for now.
You don't expect us to make assumptions when we make analysis of why monies are being paid. Take your evidence, because you have said that he did fantastically well.
Yeah.
Difficult for you to provide that information, because as at the time you knew how much has refused to pay the tax.
I can give you total debt collected, but specifically, he was not working in isolations. He was working with the team at the rates unit.
Yes.
So I cannot give you...
Yes, okay, you give us whatever you have.
Yes, total debt collected,
Yes.
Yeah.
You give us whatever debt you have, and when we have that, we can further ask for clarification. Period that you served as either acting or the department.
Okay.
Now, before the council finishes, Mr. Bojan, can you give him this? The memo dated the 7th of June 2018. The subject is request for fuel and telephone. And the CEO, he did give instruction for him to be paid the 1,500. The cost of the 40 liters was nowhere found in how much was paid for that 40 liters. And so you wouldn't know whether the instruction of the CEO
I'm not sure whether it was paid or not, but we acted only on the telephone allowance. But I can for sure the only we acted on was the telephone allowance.
Then did you had any recourse to this invoice for the purposes of your reconciliation?
It could, but I cannot be sure whether it was treated, but it was not.
But the memo, what the CEO, one cannot know whether he is to be supplied weekly 40 liters or monthly 40 liters.
Voucher, the only payment made to this voucher is the telephone allowance.
Then why is it contained in the memo? And why the CEO's minutes are there? Are they not clear? Can you read it?
Please provide 1,500 for Kanjura monthly and 40 liters from the fuel stores, because fuel is purchased separate from the payment voucher. We cannot pay him directly the fuel cost. The fuel will be from maybe from the fuel supply.
Now, you as director of this voucher is appropriate?
Yes, appropriate.
It's appropriate.
Yes.
You have these two transactions in it.
Yes.
You know, then how would you reconcile your request?
But we don't pay money for fuel supply. We purchase in bulk at the stores.
Yes.
Where this maybe this
that is requested for.
Yes.
Now, if you have dealt with one, other one,
yes,
there is no overriding minutes to say direct this that voucher alone, not knowing how your system works, would be at a loss to understand what have transpired. Just like I am at a loss to.
But this was
no, I am not saying you don't buy in bulk or you buy in bulk or you supply.
Yeah.
You understand? You don't supply in ambiguity in terms of, you understand, what is done and what is not done.
You are right.
Because the request and what is minuted, you understand, is very clear.
Yes.
So
that's what I'm telling you. This is 2018, ma.
Yes.
About I can only tell what I have seen on the paper.
Yes.
I'm telling you, we on the telephone allowance based on this voucher.
So yes, now I understand that, but
Yes.
I'm saying that.
I can give you two scenarios.
Yes.
One, the memo is copied. And this other original is being maintained and paid the weekly phone allowance. These are the only two situations that can happen. But
You've come back to what I'm saying.
yes.
You have two scenarios.
Yes.
Why don't you have one scenario?
No. And fuel are two different headings.
But that is what I'm saying.
Yes.
And in the memo, there are two issues that
Yes.
are put in one.
That's what I'm saying.
And the addition to what is contained in the memo.
Yes.
But there is nowhere in the memo which is saying, go to the fuel depot. There's nothing indicating that this man received the 40 liters.
This supporting document is only referring for we are separate.
Registrar, can you please collect the voucher and give to the...
In 2019, January, were you overseeing the Office of the Director of Finance? 2019? There was an extension of, please go ahead.
Or maybe at the market or compliance.
Yes, there's an extension of his contract as the
Director, yeah.
correct?
Yeah.
For 1 year. And it's effective from 31st of December. Was Mr. Kanye receiving fuel?
At the dump site or
We are going by the text.
yes, he received fuel from the fuel stores.
On the
Fuels from the stores.
fuel. Mr. Kanye was not receiving fuel from the fuel store.
Okay.
You are the finance director and this should be under you, your department?
Yeah, 2019, you are right, but it's been a while. I cannot exactly.
Under your portfolio, correct? In your portfolio.
Yes.
It's your responsibility.
Yes.
Were you keeping records of the fuel that was allocated to every individual or every vehicle has to be allocated?
Who handled the issue out of every individual who signed for,
Yes.
who authorized to receive fuel?
Yes. So we, March 26th, 2019, sorry, to 26th of March 2019, supply amounted to 642,900. Do you have records of this?
No.
Is there any record keeping by Mr. Kanye or any form
I
of,
don't know where you get
any form
those.
of retirement for this fuel to?
Where do you get those figures? I don't know.
You did not do that. There are no records for it.
I cannot remember where do. Yes. Yes, it could be at the dump site when he was, managing those bulldozers.
At the dump site.
Yes.
But the contract says in this period. That is 7th of January 2019.
Well, it depends on.
Whatever the case is, you would have to have a retirement, no?
Well, of course.
So was there any retirement? To see the payment.
The council, yes.
You are referring to.
Yes.
Now let me ask you, would you be able to provide us with all the payment of fuel that was given to Mr. Kanye? It's much easier that way.
All the payments of fuel.
Fuel, yes. Allocations. You cannot do that.
It will be difficult.
Why? You're no longer at the council.
Yeah.
But you never kept these records, Mr. Sheriff.
It's a procurement. If all these fuels were procured through the
You
procurement.
had told us there would have been retirement.
Yes.
So, you had said that, no? You didn't say that?
No.
Sanjay, we will communicate with Dr. Keita and see how we can give you access. If there were any retirement done with respect to this amount of fuel given to Mr. Kanye, you probably to March 2019.
Then that's obvious. The one who is the user and he confirmed receiving it, then that's quite true.
That we should know whether this was genuinely spent.
Telling you, because I'm not the user department. Fuel for the dump site is under the Directorate of Services.
Storekeeper. It's only the finance department.
No, wait a minute. User department and storekeeper is different.
I know your department.
But some of the requests they pass
Records. I'm talking about records.
Okay.
Not okay. Is that not how it works? There must be a fuel register.
Yep.
Is there no fuel register during your time?
There was.
There was. Any question? If not, we would be temporarily releasing Sanjay until we need him again. We'll call you back for other issues.
Okay.
Thank you so much for your testimony.
Thank you.
Mr. Jaya for coming.
Thank you, ma'am.
You are discharged.
Okay.
Please call the next witness. Yes, if he cannot give testimony, he will come back tomorrow.
Good afternoon, Mr. Witness. Inquiry into local government councils and related matters. Mr. Witness, what is your religion?
Do you wish to swear by the Holy Quran or make an affirmation? Swear by the Holy Quran or make all the Holy Quran and then repeat after me. Kinde, do swear that I'll speak the truth, may God. Thank you. You may be kindly seated. Witness is sworn. I have the honor to hand over the witness to you for us to proceed.
You are welcome, Mr. Kinte.
Thank you.
Proceed, please.
Yes, thank you. Thank you very much. Kinte, please tell the commission your full name. What are your name? What are your names, please?
Abubakar M.A. Kinte.
What is your address?
Kotu. And technician or a civil engineer. I have construction company. I have a general service company also. Yes, that's the companies I have.
One company, correct?
Yes, Nkolan has the general service and they go side by side.
Do you have an office? Where was your office?
My office was at Turntable.
Do you have staff?
I have staffs and been paying its dues.
No, I mean Nkolan operation.
In its operation, yes. Nkolan worked for GPS. So contract works on Nkolan.
No, Nkolan, is it a limited liability?
Cases. I don't know from which period you are saying. Nkolan had an office before.
Yes.
Yes, before I was sick. And I worked for a while. Nkolan was at a standstill at that time.
Okay, but this is in relation to Nkolan. When was it registered?
Nkolan, it was initially registered in 2000.
Initially registered in 2003. What do you mean by that?
When Nkolan was first registered, that was in 2000.
After that?
After that, I was.
So, when you registered as a company?
I said I registered in 2003.
Relationship with KMC?
Yes, I did.
Can you tell about that?
Is it the recent one?
All the ones you've had from 2018.
2018, I didn't work for them directly.
Yes.
Came to me, and at the time he was coming to me, he wanted a mechanic who knows about bulldozers.
Yes.
And he asked me whether I have mechanics. I said yes, I have some mechanics who are CRR.
Just for the record, those mechanics who are working.
Bulldozers, we have graders, we have loaders as a company.
Okay, so they only maintenance your bulldozers and your graders?
They maintenance all, yes.
But they do not maintenance grade outside or other customers, and then they will service their bulldozers for the company?
We are working, yes. They consult me and I would send them there.
Have you heard from Senegal in relation to mechanical?
On mechanical?
Services? Yes.
I had, they come periodically.
No. Let's get the full facts. All the people that work for you from Senegal in that area, that services, general services.
Yes, I do.
Lines that we're trying to know.
Know how you are understanding my construction.
Okay.
I don't.
Okay.
I'm not a builder.
Yes.
I build roads, dikes, and that's land development.
Yes.
Which I do with heavy duty machines. Yes, and then for the Senegalese, we go and hire some Senegalese. They are a company. They would come with their operation because I am the engineer on site.
Yes.
Yes.
And they work under you.
Yes.
They work. You pay them, and for them to serve you in your.
No. By then, Kolan has a parent company that I work for somebody.
In your business, in your construction business, whether it's a road construction, you have that work.
The graders, everything.
Yes.
On site.
That's clear.
Yes.
Do you offer to maintenance of vehicles and also and so forth?
Well, if the need arises, if somebody consults me, if they don't consult me, I work for a company.
Does your to vehicle maintenance?
Vehicle maintenance
To the general public?
to anybody who needs it from me.
Good. Have you had receipts of clients that have paid you money?
Specifically, who do you mean?
No, you have KMC 1.
Okay, let's talk of KMC then.
No, we have to, because I don't.
You don't believe that?
Yes, but then I could be for you to clear the air, to correct. Plan is strictly limited to construction. Let me just explain to you where we are driving at. If you offer in the public in relation to this area, mechanical service, evidence of that.
Okay, if you want to see evidence of that, I will.
What are those documents?
These documents, these are. Give you. Yes, that's what he wants. These ones are different ones.
Is your registration for general services for the year 2017.
Okay.
And the certificate is valid until 31st December.
Yeah.
Do you have any after this year? Do you have any?
Oh, I have some, but I cannot see all of them because, you know, I was sick for. They are not in an office, so I can't see all of them.
Because for 2019,
I have
your registration is for construction only.
No. No.
Okay, let me show you.
I have the general. No, I said I have the general service for, or they go together.
You will have to register every year, GPA registration. Correct?
Yes.
And you will register for 2017 only, correct?
Okay. General, I have.
Do you have a memorandum and article?
You see, memorandum of what?
Memorandum and article of
No, I am a sole proprietor, so I don't have.
Oh, it's a sole proprietor.
Yes. That's general service for up to 20. And I underwent different operations.
2021.
Okay.
Your registration was for general services.
Yes, everything else. I said I
But 2019, your registration was...
Yes, I have it. Usually I cannot see all of them together.
Okay, but you don't have the one...
From 2017, I have it, and I got the I saw the 2021. So many, when they went surgeries abroad in Senegal.
Yes.
So some of my documents, I cannot see them.
For general services in 2021. Which says for construction. Do you have any other registration for 2019 itself for general service?
We can just go to the construction that you are saying, and I will tell you if it's for construction.
Okay. Now,
because I have a unit for it.
Okay.
I was once equipment.
Yes.
I was the plant manager also for GPS. It was all under me.
May I proceed?
Yes, proceed.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
You have would bring from Senegal to work with you in relation to construction. Is that correct? My question to that is, were they rendering service to you in relation to the general public? For instance, your business, if anyone needs mechanical service, they come to you and they
either KMC, no the public.
That would be correct, because KMC paid in your bank account. And
can I come in?
Yes, sir.
Okay. KMC paid that money into my account. Because the mechanics were Senegalese and they were going to Senegal to buy this. I went to Senegal to buy spare parts. The man in charge,
yes,
doesn't trust to sit there, and I would go with him.
Okay.
Which I gave him my account number, but I told him I cannot go because I was sick. 2019.
Yes.
Before he was ready for his trip, I had my lumbar spine care by Dr. Jabal, the only surgeon then.
Yes.
And it took me 7 hours. I see me say, no, I don't even think about taking you. Your money is there. I have not even seen the money. It's in the account. I cannot go anywhere.
And who is that?
That's Kanjura.
Kanjura Kany?
Yes. Mechanics.
Yes.
They built. Then I was not even getting better before they came.
Yes.
Go for a further medical treatment.
Yes.
Out of the country. Yeah, if you want it. The doctor's receipt. I can give you. To Senegal.
Zakinte.
Okay, I went to Senegal.
Yes.
I spent 4 months in Senegal. When I came... Okay.
Thank you for that very important piece of evidence, Mr. Kinte. Let me just start to... but you had referred to the money, meaning Mr. Kanjura Kanye's money. Why do you refer to it as his money?
No, the KMC money, because...
In essence, he was just holding money, you were holding the money for him.
I thought I would have gone to Senegal to help.
Yes. Yes.
So if you cannot, and I cannot even move, only if they take me with wheelchair.
Yes.
So that I would have.
Now,
so what I can do was, he was the one who came to me, took my invoice and everything with money.
And that's it. Yes. Mr. Jai, Kinte, sorry. That's very important. But the other issue is, in relation to this, is we need to know in relation to any repair to the D8, D9 bulldozers. Clear?
And ever took any that I am going to repair a machine. Somebody came to me for an assistance. The people who can do it.
Yes.
This is what happened. What I have that you are doing, we do it with heavy equipment.
Yes.
That is why when
Yes.
that list I give you, your list of equipment must be presented.
Yes.
So these are my list of equipment that I have at that time. Now maybe I have more. Nkolan came in just to
Assist.
Yes, because I introduced the Senegalese mechanics.
So is it still just to assist them?
Yes, if I want. Okay. When the mechanics went to check for the went to check the bulldozers.
Yes.
They came, and
Yes.
it should be on an invoice.
Yes.
These people, they don't have any invoice and give it to them. Let them satisfy, take it to KMC. If they are satisfied with it,
Yes.
then they will call you people.
Okay. It appears as if the invoice is not a representation of the services you are giving to KMC, because as far as you are concerned, you are only assisting, as if you are the one to do the repair, and you are the expert.
Okay.
Do you understand what I'm trying to say? Yes, sir.
I am an elderly man. I will not.
Yes.
Whatever I will do it properly.
Yes.
Even if I am going to help these people on an invoice.
Yes.
So I gave them my invoice.
Yes.
The intention,
Yes.
take it to KMC, whether they are going to have 2 or 3 or 5. Satisfied with your prices, they will call you. Or call me, but I cannot go. This was what happened. They said they cannot pay them over the counter.
Yes.
Account.
Yes.
That Nkolan has an account, they put it there.
Yes.
But when it was secured.
Yes, that has to be clear. It has been clear since the beginning. Mr. Kajura Kanyi withdrew the money. You did not touch the money. You did not spend the money. But it is the process I'm a bit concerned about. In a service to repair this D9, it was wrong to use your own invoice.
Yeah, that's how you will see it. But together we have to help each other, but
Yes.
on a forward business.
Yes.
Okay. My business.
Yes.
Even you are in my business because I cannot register a
How?
business. Yes, because I cannot
your
register a
business?
construction in case of liquidation or any other thing.
Yes.
Do you agree? You people are doing that for us.
Yes.
And you are our lawyers.
Yes.
So we have you people. We have we have the survey team.
Yes.
Then the people who are doing the construction. Then the supervising engineers.
Yes.
This is what we have exactly.
Right. But I still agree. Again, back to what I am saying, I still agree with what right. That's my point. You would genuinely want to help. We had also said that you did not have even allowing your invoice to be used. Even though it was for a genuine cause, as far as you're concerned, which we don't it's not proper, Mr. Kinte.
Which you are using.
Yes.
That's how you see.
Yes.
But to my,
Yes.
if this is KMC and they are my provide an invoice and I am the one who can facilitate.
Do you know why I said that?
Yes, because I facilitated it for them.
For instance, when this D9 was ever fixed?
Yes, according to the reports I got from the mechanic at that time.
Did you confirm?
How can I confirm when I cannot move?
And monies were paid into your account by a public institution. Do you understand what I'm trying to say? In the name of helping Mr. Kani or KMC. Problem.
Okay, can I come in there also?
Yes, sir.
Yes. When they came and they said everything is fixed and then receipts,
Yes.
I said, where from that? They said they did not give them the receipts, but they did help Kanjura to take back all the old spare parts to KMC.
Yes, sir.
They took the old parts. They said it was satisfied by one of the KMC mechanics who
Mr. Kani,
No,
this is the issue. The issue is it's your name, your company's name that was used continuously for all these payments. Used throughout.
No, I think my company was only on these buying of spare parts.
That was the basis of paying the money.
Understand?
Anyone can say that you had colluded with Mr. Kani. Believe that, and I don't believe that. But anyone can say that you had colluded with Mr. Kani for fraudulent action, and it will be a genuine claim because you of maintenance for let's say Unko land to KMC for the repair of the then the institution paid the money into your account. Do you see the point?
Yes, can I come there again?
Yes, yes, but do you see what I'm trying to say?
Yeah.
You understand that?
I hear what you are saying. Yes, I understand what
Please
you are
come
saying.
in.
You see, there was a dubious activity that had
happened.
Okay, well, you may have. You that has never happened. One,
Yes.
what I gave an invoice,
Yes.
and on that invoice, they made payment into the. As I returned, the money was returned.
Yes.
The payee,
Who?
the KMC, that's Kanjura who came for it.
To Mr. Kani.
But it's Mr. Kani also who always come to me.
But Mr. Kani is not KMC.
But he is the one who come to me, and he is the one. Wait, let me finish.
Go ahead.
You know that I cannot do anything. I cannot execute these works.
Yes.
I told him your money is lying down there. One check or two check, he went for the money.
Right. It is not his
Why?
money.
In fact, you know, whether it was his money or not, I agree that it came his money.
Yes.
But by then, I was not even thinking of money.
But you were engaged in fraudulent actions.
Okay.
Do you understand?
Okay.
I don't believe that. I don't want to believe that. My belief may not be relevant. We are not proper. Do you understand that? It may be, you may have the intention, but your actions were not proper. Because all these payments were paid by KMC. You turned the money back to the payee. The payee was KMC, not Mr. Kani. Is that not correct? Not Mr. Kani.
Not Mr. Kani.
So KMC paid to you. You were sick. You were in your sick bed. Mr. Kani came and withdrew.
This money to my account.
Yes.
I never went to KMC. The financial director was not known here.
Yes.
He has never known who is Mr. Kinsey. I have never been there.
Yes.
And I think what I did, he is worried about the KMC, the dump site, they are inspired, and he was saying so many things. I said,
Do you
well,
know?
I have mechanics.
Do you to to really get money unlawfully?
Well,
I know. I have already said that. I have said that several times.
So,
Mr. Kinte, I can assure you, if you had unlawfully, I would have told you. And over again. I am saying, whether, because you had said you have a relationship with Kanjura.
I have
you are brothers.
With Kanjura on his work.
Yes.
All what I have with him was can help.
That is why
and they are specialized in this bulldozer.
That do you not think Mr. Kanjura used your relationship with him to get money paid to your account? Then you pay back to him, knowing fully well you are even sick.
I am not that type. I will
Mr. Kinte, you are very familiar with procurement?
Yes.
You've worked with public institutions in relation to procurement. Pay money into your account under the pretext that you're offering service when you're not. Okay. Do you know that?
What I know in procurement, when I offer services, when I am to be paid, I have to write.
Yes. Yes.
For payment.
Yes.
I have never done that.
Then you shouldn't have allowed.
No, wait. No, wait. The spare parts money was too much.
Yes.
To be given to paid into my account.
Buying of spare parts, is that not procurement?
That is purchasing.
It's procurement.
No, that's purchasing.
No, Mr. Kinte, you're not being fair. Right. Yes?
I have been doing that also for companies from here, Senegal to Mauritania, only on these bulldozers.
If
procurement is the main, that's the office of it.
Yes.
It has the people who go and purchase.
Yes.
Yes.
So, because you have registered with GPA, you offer services and you need to get paid. You write to GPA.
And then I will be paid.
That's it.
But I have never written anything.
And payment was done to your account. Would you for it when you have to ask for it?
No, I'm not be worried because this was against an invoice that they.
And against an invoice that you issued.
That I issued, yes.
In your name.
In the name. When you cannot buy spare parts. You cannot offer service without purchasing the spare parts. Offer service. You cannot give any service without purchasing the spare parts.
You were not in business with KMC. Nkolan is to be used in any form, your invoice to be sent to KMC for payment.
Can I come again?
You agree? Yes.
Okay.
Do you agree with that?
Okay, I should not help, yes.
Do you agree it was wrong?
Yes, but at least I safeguarded the money.
Mr.
And it was accounted for from.
Yes, I had said this. I had said this to the commissioners. You had not. The records did not show that you had. In fact, the record showed that Mr. Kanjura who received this money. That is already in record. And I will repeat that again.
Next time I will not help anybody.
And I had told you.
So I said next time I'm not going to help anybody.
Yes, but it is wrong. What you did was wrong.
You said it's wrong. I said. Advice.
Thank you. That's all for this witness, Honorable Chairperson.
Helping us understand the transactions. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
You're discharged.
Okay.